Vamos a iniciar el día de hoy. Tenemos un invitado muy especial. El invitado de hoy es Jason Hammond García. Él es socio fundador y presidente de International Alliance Group, que incluye el programa de intercambio de maestros con visa J1 de International Teacher Alliance, ITA, así como los programas International Nurse Alliance y Arizona International Credential Evaluator. Asimismo, funge como presidente del Consejo de International Alliance Group Charity de Litchfield Park, Arizona. Jason desempeñó un papel de liderazgo en la investigación y el desarrollo de estos programas y al mismo tiempo estableció alianzas estratégicas con universidades y gobiernos de América Latina. Hammond aporta a los programas actuales sus más de 15 años de experiencia en educación y administración, más recientemente como director de recursos humanos del Distrito Escolar Primaria número 1 de Phoenix y expresidente de la Asociación de Administradores de Personal Escolar de Arizona. Hammond es experto en coaching, gestión de aulas, planificación estratégica, tecnología educativa y diseño instruccional. Tiene su maestría en educación y actualmente se encuentra culminando su doctorado en educación y liderazgo educativo en la Universidad del Norte de Arizona. Bueno, démosle la bienvenida, Jason Hammond.
Thank you so much. I didn't know who you were talking about with all that information, so but thank you so much. We appreciate you welcoming us here. This is a very special place to me, but also to our team, because really the work that we're doing started here. It started with, where is Jose Manuel? Are you here? There you, yes. Still here, I'm so happy. You still look the same. I don't know how you do it. We're so glad that you're here. Angelica as well, and your dean, and other leaders and professors. This is a very special place for us, and we just really appreciate your partnership. Been strong through the years, provided wonderful teachers who are very successful in not only Arizona, now Texas and other states. But we're going to share some information with you. It's important for me to let you know it's no longer just me. It used to be me when I just showed up. Now we actually have a wonderful team. We'll introduce a few folks here. So we have with me is Maestro Alejandro. And then we have also Sergio. And Alberto Calderon. Fabiola Barrientos. Now, Fabiola and Alejandro are from UABC, right? And then, of course, Sergio and Alberto are joining us from Hermosillo, Sonora. Some of our team we have there next door. Okay. That's okay, because we all live in the Sonoran Desert. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona area, and this is where it all began. So we really are a desert story. We started here in the northwest part of Mexico, and it started with a dream. It started with a dream and only an idea, and we talked about the possibilities, and then we went from no teachers to 75 teachers in year 1, and then we went to almost 400 in year 2 that we're in currently, and next year we expect to be at 800 teachers. And no longer are we only in Arizona and California, now we're in 30 states, 30 of the United States. And that's pretty exponential growth, if I say so myself. But it's not about me, it's about the work that we're doing. So, but thank you again, because the work really started here, so we appreciate UABC. So we're going to go right in. We have a few videos to share some information. Then we're going to also have some special guests, some that are here. Some will join us virtually because they're teachers that had set where you are right now as students, and now are actually teaching in the program or taught in the program. And then we're also going to have a special guest from one of our partner school districts, an assistant superintendent who really enjoys working with our teachers in Phoenix, Arizona. And so a little variety that's going to go on and really give you a bigger picture, and hopefully you can see that we're no longer a one-man show, that we really have become more sophisticated. So that's what we'll show you today, because the possibilities still are endless. We still need over 300,000 teachers across the United States. Of course, this is not just a way to help fill teacher vacancies. The heart of this is really about the intercultural exchange opportunities and bringing our countries together. We share a lot of the same students that cross the border every single day. So many of our schools along the border from Texas to California are especially looking for teachers coming from Mexico. So we'll share about that here as we go further, okay? All right, Fabiola?
So we have hired 22 teachers.
Dominican Republic, Argentina, Colombia, Nicaragua, Honduras, Mexico, Argentina, bunch of Latin American teachers.
I'm from Plática.
I'm from Honduras.
I really think that my staff has gone beyond anybody would ask.
I was teaching English in Mexico to elementary kids.
So I decided to come to San Antonio, which is a crazy city to be at.
And sometimes we didn't even need to ask. I mean, they're always there willing. It's just an amazing thing how they came together and how we have all come together as a team to be able to help the teachers to actually support the teachers and again to open their hearts and their homes to join. A lot of our teachers still don't have a car, and so we need to take them, to different places, like to get their fingerprints, for example, take them over there, bring them back, take them to school, bring them back. We're trying to do all of that and housing them as well. That temporary housing at the beginning when they first come to the United States, they need a place to stay. But we do have a chat that they created, so we just, if somebody needs something, we'll just put it in the chat and then, say, well, I can do that because I'm on my way there, or I'm close to there. I have an amazing team, I've always said it. And I think that our campuses recognize that, and our teachers recognize that we have an amazing, super smart team. But now, it's beyond the being smart and knowing your job. It's doing a lot more than that. It's opening their hearts to people that are here, that can help us help our kids, right? It's just an amazing thing how they came together and how we have all come together as a team to be able to help the teachers, to actually support the teachers, and again to open their hearts and their homes to our new teachers.
Hi, I am Fernandez Nierle and I am Mexican. I come from San Luis, Sonora. I am married and I have a kid. I studied my bachelor in English language teaching in Universidad Autónoma de Baja California. I'm always looking for new challenges and getting experiences in other countries. And through my research, I did find many companies that were offering teacher exchange programs in the United States. But at the end, I decided to go and meet the teachers because they were very supportive, they have prompt responses, and they definitely made me feel very confident when applying. Since I have a family, I really wanted something that made me feel confident on where I was going and person that is always looking for new adventures, opportunities, or challenges to grow up personally and professionally, I really recommend you apply to ITA. Even though it's getting out of your comfort zone, everything's going to run smoothly, it's worth it, and all the team in ITA is going to be very supportive and they're going to answer all your questions. Even though when you're here in the experience, they're also with you. They do not leave you alone. Thank you and good luck in your application.
Okay, so there's, you saw a little snippet there of one of our partner school districts, one of our host school districts, that was Northeast Independent School District on the northeast side of San Antonio, Texas. As I shared with you, we had started in Arizona, but now we've grown into 30 different states, including the state of Texas. We have about 75 teachers around the San Antonio area, and they're very successful. I know there's another, who's the teacher from UABC there? Fernanda Marquez Aguilar. She's there as well, and she checks in with us, is doing very well. It's one of your teachers who's there in San Antonio. Also, I believe we have Fernanda. Fernanda, you're here with us via Zoom, correct? We just watched your video. Fernanda, can you hear me?
Sí, se escucha un poco distorsionado, por eso no sé si me estaban hablando.
Fernanda, can you hear me now? They can't hear
¿Me
me.
pueden escuchar?
Here, let me sit up here by the computer. Fernanda?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, we're just having to improvise here, just like teachers do. Improvise when things don't work, because a lot of times they don't. But we go on. So, Fernanda, so first of all, I want to say I think we owe you some congratulations. Is that right? Are you on a leave right now for some reason?
Yes, I'm expecting a baby.
All right. Well, congratulations for that.
Thank
I
you.
heard that, so I want to say congratulations. And I know that you're currently teaching up in Cave Creek Unified School District on the north side of the Phoenix area, correct?
Yes, that's my district, yes.
And what are you teaching there? Tell us a little bit about what your position is and how that's going for you.
Okay, so in this district, I was assigned to teach second grade kids, and I teach all the subjects. It's the English side because they have a Spanish immersion program, but I was hired to the English subjects, and I have to teach math, reading, writing, grammar, phonics, social studies, and science. And it's like a different experience because you have to fulfill like all the subjects, and like that's like you have to plan for all these subjects, which makes like the day like very active all day. You have to switch, with different activities because you have a lot to teach, and it makes it fun. For me, it's fun.
Excellent. So talk to us a little bit about that. So I know that you were prepared as a teacher here at UABC. And so what are some of those areas that are recommendation or advice you give for your fellow students here that are still studying? What should they really pay attention to so they can be prepared for an experience like this in the future?
Right. So yeah, I studied at UABC. I was graduated in 2008, if I'm not wrong. It's been a couple of years ago. And I studied the Bachelor in English Language Teaching. I'll be there. And I think that, of course, everything has helped me, but when I come over here to teach, I came here trying to learn, like, let's say the perspective of the American system. But I found out that being an English teacher helps a lot because you have to teach English to students. And in Mexico, we probably teach like as a second language, and here it's like it's their language, and it's like teaching like the basic grammars. But we also have to teach them phonics, which is something curious because you think that only like a Mexican who is trying to learn English needs. But actually they also need it because it's like the reading foundations they need. they make their mistakes when they're talking, and it comes my grammar head. My grammar head as an English teacher is like, no, you have to do it this way. So it helps a lot. I mean, studying as an English teacher, it's really like specialized area. What I say gives you, you're prepared to teach any level. So that's something really, I'm really grateful about that, because I can say that I have options and not just stick to just like one age or one subject. So I can do like different areas. But at the same time, I'm learning. For example, I've never taught math because I just didn't have the experience in Mexico, and now I'm doing it. But it's in English, so it's fun because I'm learning like the concepts and everything. So yes, definitely what I say gives you the preparation for this.
Excellent, excellent. What advice would you have for any of these students and teachers who are questioning, should I do this? What's your advice why they should take advantage of this opportunity?
Don't be afraid. I know it sounds like I know it's an adventure somehow, but I feel like it's shared with both. I am a mom, I'm married, I came here with a toddler, she's 4 years now, and I mean, it's not that easy, like being single and just take my own decisions, so this time was different, but I took the risk, and it's a combination of, it's an experience that gives you like the adventure, but at the same time, it gives you stability, because you're not coming to be here like, I mean, you're gonna earn money at the same time you're learning. So I would just say, like, don't be afraid and make as many questions as you want. I mean, even if you think they look silly, because that's totally what's gonna give you or make you feel, like secure about making this change, right? I would say, like, go for it, and it's an experience that is gonna give you a lot. You're gonna grow a lot professionally and personally, and you just have to try it, and don't think it like a lot. If you fulfill the requirements, like just do it, and I'm sure you're gonna learn a lot from it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Fernanda. We really appreciate you being with us and representing UABC and also ITA, representing the program. We're very proud of you. You're an excelling teacher, highly effective. You had the opportunity, I know, to teach at another school, a charter school this last year, and had very high scores of growth with your students. Congratulations on that. And I'm hearing great things also from Cave Creek Unified School District in your time there this year. So again, congratulations. Thank you for representing your university. Thank you for representing our program. Thank you for representing Mexico in the United States. Thank you, Fernanda.
Thank you.
And next I see, is it Diana Medellin, right? Is it Diana, you there?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, it's great to see you. Always a beautiful smile on your face. Are you in are you in Rio Rico? Are you where?
Yes, I am.
So
Little Rio Rico.
Rio Rico, right north of Nogales, Sonora, and Arizona, at the Santa Cruz Valley Unified School District. And so, why don't you tell us what you're teaching there?
I am teaching 6th grade math. So I graduated from Pedagogia at UABC. I'm neighbors with where you're at right now. So I'm doing math 6th grade right now.
Excellent. And what is this your year 2, right? You're your 2nd year now?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this is my 2nd year. I am very involved in the school. I took over the student council advisor, so I'm like all over the place. But it's a lot of fun.
Excellent. Really jumped right in. And but that's, we're so grateful for your representation as well, because I know that you've been very involved and you didn't just sit on the sidelines. You jumped in and started playing ball right away. So thank you for that. Talk to us about what were some of the greatest challenges and the greatest rewards of this experience so far?
As a math teacher, we don't necessarily have the background like Fernando was talking about, the vocabulary and everything. So a lot of the vocabulary for math, I had to kind of look into it, Google how to say a certain word when I'm teaching a topic to the kids. I definitely think, have that mentality that we're here to learn. We're definitely going to learn a lot more than what we did when we were in school. And we're coming to work. I mean, we try to do our best here to represent our school and the program as well. So, have that mentality that we're gonna do our best to work hard and do good here.
Excellent. Curious about, so how is the growth factor with your students? Are they increasing in their mathematics knowledge under your teaching?
Yes, so we haven't taken our state testing yet, but we do the math testing once at the beginning of the school year and then again in the winter. And they did showed growth in their math scores, so we're happy about that. We'll see how it goes in April, I believe, when they do the state testing, which is also like something different from Mexico. They do state testing every year. And it gets a little scary, but we do our best just to make sure that the kids learn and see how they do. It's just see their growth throughout the years.
Excellent, excellent. So again, tell us, what was one of your greatest challenges in this journey?
I think the only challenge that I really saw in the school and teaching was the concepts that I had to kind of look into, relearning the concepts from Spanish to English. As far as the living situation, the place I live in is a very small town here in Arizona. I think a challenge would be like finding the housing. But other than that, it's obviously different from what we're used to. But the community here is great. They're very welcoming and they're very helpful. So even if it was a challenge or it could have been expected as a challenge, I think the community and the people I work with helped out a lot and it didn't seem as harsh. I think.
Oh, great, that's great, thank you for that, because it's a new experience. There are challenges, but the great thing is there's community together, both your local school, your community, the town, as well as the community of International Teach Alliance. We're here to support one another, right?
Absolutely, and I would say don't be afraid to ask, because at the beginning I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be asking too many questions about this, but don't be afraid to ask. If you need to know, I don't know, a stupid question that I asked at the post office, having it on my phone, they're like, oh, let me take you, like stuff like that. They make you feel welcome, but any question, just like we tell our students, is not a stupid question. So yeah, ask for help if you need it.
That's right, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here with us today. Are there any thoughts, what advice you give to these students and teachers who are sitting here where you once were? What would you like to tell them?
Follow your dreams, because I think we did, and here we are. It's a great experience. I don't know, I'm very grateful to be here, and just know that they appreciate the new ideas that come from anybody. So speak out and do it.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Diana. We really appreciate you representing again UABC, ITA, and representing Mexico and Arizona. We appreciate you. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Now we'll shift here to another friendly face that many of us know here, but may be new to you here in Mexicali, but she might be your next boss. You never know. But this is Dr. Erica Avila. Dr. Erica Avila is Assistant Superintendent for Teaching and Learning at the Isaac Elementary School District number 5, which is on the west side of downtown Phoenix. And she has a great experience working with many other international teachers. Approximately 30 or so are at her school district, maybe as many as 40. So Dr. Avila, want to say hello to the group here at UABC?
Hi, so nice to meet you.
And we've got a full room here. I don't know if you can see everyone. We've got a full room. And many of these young people are studying to be teachers, language teachers, just teachers in general, or maybe we also have some nurses potentially here. So some of them are teachers here for the university. So we've got a wide group. But why don't you talk to us a little bit, Dr. Avila, about some of your observations? You know, how it's got to be so amazing to have teachers who represent the community where you are. Can you talk to us about that and the student demographics?
Sure. So this is my third year now hiring international teachers, and I will tell you it's been such a pleasure working with ITA, the partnership, and seeing the shift in our community and our families and our students. They are so excited. I'll give you a perfect example. One of the cultural activities last week, they were working on Day of the Dead, and they were making, different artifacts to decorate the room. They were so excited to do it. You know, the students are learning. So while you bring, your knowledge of teaching and learning, you also bring your cultural component, right? And you bring your culture into the classroom, and that brings the classroom alive. And students are so excited, parents are so excited to have teachers who speak their language. So it's really been an amazing shift for our families and our students.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for sharing that. What advice could you also give these students as they're finishing their formation, some of them may be ready to apply now? What advice could you give these young people?
I would say I definitely have to agree with the two teachers here. Don't be afraid, just do it. You will be surprised on how welcoming and supportive all of the school communities are. Not some, all of the school communities. They're excited to have teachers, they're excited to work with you. So, if you think, oh, I might not know, that's okay. Because if the school doesn't have resources, ITA has resources. We have, it's a community of resources, it's a community of support, and the teachers really help all of our international teachers. It's a team, right? And when you're assigned to the grades level, the one teacher is 6th grade, it's like a 6th grade team, right? And they take care of each other and you work together. So it really is a system of support. So don't be afraid to make the move to the United States, because you will be supported. You have a number of resources, and I would just recommend that you just try it,
Absolutely, thank you.
Never hurts to try.
Well, what would you, when you're interviewing, because I know you're heavily involved in the interviewing process for teachers in your school district, what are some of the characteristics that you're looking for in the teachers that you hire for your district?
Oh, great question. So we are looking first and foremost teachers who are passionate and excited about working with students. We're looking for teachers who are eager and they work well with other teachers, right? Like I mentioned, it's a community, grade levels work together. We have academic coaches in every school, so being able to be a team player, work with the team, that's definitely what we look for. Yes, of course, we're looking at your teaching practice, your pedagogy, but more important is your passion to work with and make a difference in the lives of students.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dr. Avila. Well, we appreciate you being here and been such an important part of our partnership, and Isaac's really led the way with the international teachers, and has data that speaks to the power that really has come from bringing representation of the student community to the teacher workforce, so that the teachers are able to speak the language of the parents and draw them into the educational partnership for the betterment of the students. So thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. And also, I want to just give any of you, Fernanda, Deanna, or Dr. Avila, are there any final things you'd like to share here before we close out this this section? Is there are there any last words you'd like to share? Go ahead, Fernanda.
So I just wanted to share that I feel like the things that really stop us about doing something is like you go here and you have many doubts like how am I gonna survive, like everything is so expensive and everything, and of course at the beginning it's gonna be challenging as Diana said, because you're going to a new country. It's not like you're going to your same country, and at the beginning you may struggle with finding the way, like I need a car, I need a place where to live, but everything gets settled. Of course, everything gets settled, and you will make it. At the beginning, as I said, maybe it's not the situation of everyone, but I mean, coming here with a family, I think it's like more challenging, because I brought my husband and he was not able to work, and he received his permit to work because J1, if you're married, he's gonna give your husband able to work. And he now has a job, and I mean, we feel like definitely better here, and that's why I'm expecting a second baby. I mean, we just went for it. Because we feel like, whoa, everything is, we have stability, so it's fine. So, I mean, if I'm just saying as an example, like, if me coming here with a family, I had another toddler for 4 years, she's also going to my same school. She goes to the preschool over there, and then my husband working, me working. I had the chance to take maternity leave because my husband works, so I can stay home. I mean, it's just you have an idea that it's gonna be okay. Like, all these changes, like if you're gonna make it for leaving and everything, you're gonna make it. It's gonna be okay. And if you're single, it's gonna be even easier. So it's gonna be okay.
Thank you, Fernanda, for those wise words, and very, very true. You really jumped out on faith, to take a family, and you're absolutely right. Being single, it can be a little smoother, but again, we applaud you and congratulations on your successes, and congratulations on the expectation of baby number 2. Okay, thank you. Deanna, do you want to say anything? Do you have any last words for you, Deanna?
I mean, I know this is all English classes, I think, but math, do you have anybody that is a math teacher? I know that those are the ones that, are needed the most. And another thing, like, I had friends that were afraid to, like, try for the program because their English wasn't that good. You learn, like, you practice it every day, and it comes to you, and it starts to get easier. So if maybe you're like holding back because your English is a little bit slow, or you like need to repeat yourself or anything regarding the language, I'm telling you, you're gonna start to practice it more, and it'll get easier for you. So that shouldn't be a stopping barrier for you to try out for the program.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here as well. And Dr. Avila, any final words for this group from the potential next employer?
I will leave you with, first, thank you for showing up, because even attending this meeting shows that you're interested. And I want you to know that we have such a great need for you to be here, not only just for classroom teachers, but for teachers who speak Spanish, who look like you. We are really looking specifically for you, and we would love to have you come and be classroom teachers here in Arizona, and that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Avila. We appreciate you all being here. Again, let's thank our panelists here. Hope to see you all in the next session, okay? Thank you very much. Hope to see you at the next session, 4 o'clock, right? 4 o'clock our time here. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And now let's transition here. We also have someone here live in person, someone that both studied here at UABC and taught here at Unicer. So, yes, it's you. So, Alejandro Martinez. So, why don't you stand up here with us and let's welcome Alejandro Martinez, everyone. Now, I know your road was a little bit different. You didn't have to take advantage of the J1 visa being a dual citizen, but still you went through all the same processes and experiences because you were here, you lived here, and you never taught in the U.S. before. So you had different experiences teaching junior high science, 7th grade science. You taught Spanish at Phoenix Union High School District for 2 years. And then most recently at the Agrafina Union High School District on the west side of Phoenix. Well, why don't you talk about your journey, your experience, and the help that you received to become an even better teacher, especially at Fowler?
Ok, Gago. Buenas tardes, antes que nada. Se siente bien estar de regreso en casa, chicos, qué padre. No, hace no tanto tiempo, tampoco. Yo estaba así como ustedes, chicos. Pero yo más guapo. No, no es cierto. Vamos a empezar. Un gusto ver a mis maestros aquí, chicos, compartirlos con ustedes. Well, before anything, when I knew about this program was from the faculty, and it was an experience that I wasn't really open to take or to lead, because I was working here in UNICEF. I was a Portuguese teacher there for almost 9 years. And I really loved it, I really enjoyed it until I got tired of it. I was like, you know what, Alejandro, it's time to challenge yourself to do something else, because I was teaching everything already like automatically, with no passion, with nothing, like nothing else like, oh, let's do this, no emotion, not that feeling that teachers need. So I met this guy right here, and he talked to me about the program, and I was okay, I'll do it. My case, as he said, is a little bit different because I was born in California, even though that I grew up here in Mexicali. And well, I just talked to him, and 2 weeks after, I was moving to Phoenix. My experience started over there as a 7th grade teacher, teaching science, knowing nothing about science besides anything that I learned when I was in la secundaria. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Then I saw the books and I was like, oh, I remember this, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, this is why, I started reading them, I started, checking them, and I was like, I need desperately a teacher's book, because I didn't have it. So it was kind of a challenge, like to see some questions and I didn't even know the answers to those questions. But as the teachers were sharing with us, everybody there, everything is going to settle down, everybody's willing to help. The teachers are amazing. As they were saying, I was only one teacher of the whole team. We had 2 teams of 7th grade teachers. So every teacher has to teach something different. So I was the science teacher, and I had one other science teacher. And we were like sharing, we were planning together, we were thinking about projects and how to approach, new ideas, or how to approach students to learn. All these jóvenes might sound really easy, but remember, I'm a translator as well. So my bachelor's in translation, so I graduated from here from translation, then I did my master's here in the same faculty, Lenguas Modernas, and I think it prepared me. It prepared me because at least it made me not be afraid of standing in front of people, not afraid of everybody like, you're a translator, you're not a teacher, you know what I mean? So it's a matter of attitude, it's a matter of being willing to learn, and also to desaprender, because we also have to desaprender many things in order to be teaching in another country with another culture, with another, it's another language, and even though that we study language, that we translate language, and we are interpreters or whatever, it's a challenge. We don't know everything, and there are some words that you're like, oh, how do you pronounce this, So, but over there, going back to the experience, the teachers are so helpful. They were like, do you have a place to stay? Do you have a bed? Oh, you know what? I have this dining room set for you. Or do I have this sofa, this couch? Do you need any, dishes? So they give you tons of help. They gave you, they used to give me, to give me things for free. They used to help me, give me ideas. What else? Yeah, we had a mentor. Yeah, the best person ever. She helped me. She received me to to how to interact with children, because I came from university level all the way to primero de secundaria. So it was a big change for me, especially because I was talking to the kids like if they were adults and they're not adults. And sometimes we as adult chicos, we forget how it is, so we have to lower our level and try to talk to them the way they need to be, They need to hear some things from us. And sometimes they just hear like, oh, it's another adult. He doesn't know what I feel. He doesn't know what I need. He doesn't even like me, or probably he doesn't even care about me. And over there, you just learn to teach by heart. It's not about, I have the knowledge, I know how to do this, I got this. It's about heart. You have to empathize with the students. You have to build relationships with the students and with their parents. And that's really hard, chicos, because not all the teachers that we have had in our whole lives, we love them all. You know what I mean? So we don't, it's truth. I mean, it's the truth. We don't really love all our teachers. We don't really feel like all the teachers are sympathize with us, you know what I mean, or they're on our side. And that's okay, that's valid, but it's a two-way thing, you know what I mean? It's not the teacher just doing everything, it's also, on our part to do that. And that mentor that I had, Julie Brown, that's her name, she was amazing. She used to explain to me, Alejandro, you have to do this, you have to do that. She used to talk to me, she used to, like, come on, Alejandro, you can do this. And she used to stand in the back of my classroom and she was like, the signals or, giving me strategies that I didn't know, that I didn't have, because to us, there's sometimes at this level, we don't need them, like a signal to make them be quiet, or, how to interact with them, how to give them, prizes, how to make them feel more comfortable, how to make them feel like they can actually participate. Here in Mexico, we're so blessed with that because the students, they like to participate. Sometimes we don't even have to raise your hand, just talk. In the US, it's not like that. So it's learning new techniques and learning how to manage all that, how to manage all the resources that we have, because the schools over there, chicos, they're so blessed. They have tons of material, they have the equipment, they have things that we don't even have here, that we don't even use here. I remember my first semester in that school, I was like, how do I use these things? They had a smart TV, they had all this, this camera that you just show a document and you can, write all those things that I didn't know that they existed, or I didn't know that I needed to use, that I could use, you know what I mean? So it was amazing. It has been an experience that makes me, it's an enriching experience. It's something that I really encourage you guys to do. I know that most of you guys are, I don't know what semester you are, but remember, chicos, you're gonna graduate and you need to work. And this is an amazing opportunity if you sometimes, like me, it gets to the day in which you're like, what should I do? Where should I go? I mean, I have here amazing colleagues. I have, my amazing teachers that I share with you guys. And they give you the tools. Listen to them, chicos, because we are in the front of the group. And we tell you many things like, what kind of professional you want to be? When you're asking, ahora libre, no? I mean, that's not going to help you. You know what I mean? That's not going to help you. Listen to your teacher. Listen to their advices, because we need those advices. We need those advices. And it is not only listening the words that we're saying, it's also, doing the things. Because it's not for ourselves, it's for you guys. And being over there is something that it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you to open your mind, open your heart, and it's going to make you not only a better professional, but a better person.
Okay. Thank you so much. I have to tell you, Alejandro really is an amazing teacher. I was able to hear him teach through the pandemic virtually to his classroom, and really, truly an amazing teacher, and blessed to receive high scores for your evaluations. And a lot of that was the training that you received here, obviously, your practice, but also because you were open and receptive to the coaching and feedback of the mentors that you were provided for at your schools there in the United States. The United States invests a lot of money in the development of our teachers, and so that's one of the great benefits for you to participate in the program, is because you will be able to receive the mentorship, the training, the experience. That's no cost to you. That's an investment of our communities and an investment of the American people, okay? So this has been exciting. I think, have you liked hearing from some of your own people, some of your own teachers from your school? It's, I've enjoyed it. So now let's shift a little bit, because I'm sure some of you have questions about what are the prerequisites, or what are the requirements to participate in this program. So let's take a shift. I'm going to ask Adalberto if you could come forward, please, and let's begin to talk about what those prerequisites and requirements are of the program, both first for teachers, and then we don't want to leave our nursing friends out. We want to also share what those requirements are for the nurses, okay? All right, thanks so much. Adalberto.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Hammond. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alberto Calderon. I'm also part of the staff of International Alliance Group for this program, International Teach Alliance. And I would just like to mention some requisites. And after mentioning the requirements, we can pass to the question and answer session. Maybe you will have lots of questions.
It's not very loud. Just,
Yeah.
you have to put it up to your mouth.
Yes, we can go to the slide of the requirements. It's very important for you to take notes regarding the requirements that you will need to be part of this program. I would like to know if we have teachers right now, teachers that are full-time teacher maybe in this time. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you very much. I imagine the rest of you are in the 6th semester, 8th semester, beyond, or in the first semester? First, okay. Very good. It's very important. It's very important for you to complete all your courses, to have a very good grade, to graduate from your programs. It's very important to complete your degree, to have a título, to earn a título. Maybe by the end of your graduate, of your preparation, maybe you just in carta pasante, okay? So it's very important for you to obtain a título. Also, if you can get your cédula profesional, it's not a requirement, but if you have or can you get a cédula profesional, that would be very, very good too, very helpful. We also have some documents that you can use in case you cannot get the cédula profesional, maybe the federal or state credentials, that it's okay. You can contact us, we can give you documents, we can guide you to the process you will need to complete. So these are the requirements. You will need to be a full-time teacher. If, for example, if you are not working as a full-time teacher right now in your current school, maybe you are working in between 30 to 40 hours per week, or maybe you are in 2 different schools and you are working 15 hours maybe in one. In another institution, you're working for another 15 hours. You can add the amount of hours, and if it's between 30 and 40 hours per week, you can qualify to this program. You will need to possess a bachelor's degree as minimum in education, okay? Something that trains you to be a teacher in K-12 levels, maybe elementary or middle school, high school, tendría siendo primaria, secundaria, y bachillerato. If you have a bachelor's degree in those areas, you can apply to this program, and you will need to have a foreign credential evaluation. It's a document that you will need to get, like una revalidación de estudios, and you will need to get this document, the FCE. We are going to guide you. We have people that will be maybe through WhatsApp group, maybe they can call you, you can have a meeting with them, and we can guide you through the whole process of selection. Also, you will need to have professional experience, been working as a teacher for 2 years. Okay, it's very important that you have professional experience in K-12 levels, because maybe you will be currently working at university level, but professional experience in K-12, in primaria, secundaria, preparatoria, is going to be required. And at last, you will need to have very good English level, English proficiency, both oral and written. You can use, or for your reference, is going to be a B2 in the Common European Framework, or higher, okay? If you don't have like a TOEFL or IELTS or Cambridge, any other certificate, we have some exams that you can take are totally free. And there are 2 exams that you will take, and you can, if you evidence a B2 level, you can be part of this International Teach Alliance program. So, well, you've been hearing about testimonials, about teachers' experiences. We have different benefits that you will obtain participating in this program. I would like to ask if you have any question regarding the requirements or anything that you would like to know more about this program.
I think I heard somebody say that you needed 2 years experience. Is that true?
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. You will need to have 2 years of professional experience, 2 years being a teacher, so you can participate in that program. Yes, and when you apply, you will need to be currently teaching, currently being a full-time teacher in K-12 level.
For how long do we are staying, or because we have that
Very good. It's a 3 to 5 year program. Okay. Initially, you will get a J1 visa for 3 years. After this period of time, you can request an extension for 2 more years. That is correct. Once you finish the 5 years in the United States, you will need to return to your home country, and you will need to stay at least 2 years in your home country. Okay? You can participate anytime you would like. Yes, please.
Some of the teachers said that they were teaching classes like math, science, and stuff like that. Do we need any like curriculum for that, or we can be giving those classes just by being English teachers here?
Very good question. And yes, you will need to have a professional background or academic background that allows you to teach those subjects. For example, for math, you will need to be, maybe you possess a bachelor's degree in math teaching, okay? And then you can qualify to teach that specific subject.
But I'm sorry, but
Yes,
just to
please.
clarify, so, yes, if you graduate from here to be able to teach, thank you. If you graduate with the same kind of degree that Fernanda has, or, well, it's Fernanda, then yes, in certain states like Arizona, you're able to teach all subjects at a self-contained elementary grade level. Okay, so yes, that's possible, to answer that question.
Correct.
Otherwise, it would be whatever your degree is in, that is the area that you would teach. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. And you always,
Yes, please.
there's always support. If you feel you don't have the strength and the content, there's a lot of support to help you.
So the bachelor degree is only for education or translation or English?
Yes, your bachelor's degree, for example, if you have in teaching English as a second language, it's very important for your program to have courses that you evidence that you had a teaching training program, okay? Also that you have student practice. It's very important that your program has those courses inside your bachelor's degree.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Yes, there has to be some kind of practical teaching experience. There must be practical teaching experience, whether that be for 1 semester or for 1 whole year. That's going to be an important component. But yes, the degrees we're looking for are education related, whether that be teaching as English as a second language, language teaching, to be an elementary teacher or a high school teacher in mathematics, sciences, whatever it is. It just needs to be an education degree, education related.
Okay.
All right. The nursing stuff too.
I don't know if that's this. No sé si hay alguien que preguntar.
Sí, tenemos enfermeras, enfermeros en este momento que estén interesados en recibir, ¿no? Bueno, sí, vamos a hacer llegar de todas formas la información acerca del programa de enfermería International Nurse Alliance. Son requisitos muy parecidos a la parte de lo que se les solicita a los maestros, ¿sí? Obviamente hay sus diferencias. Pueden acercarse a nosotros, ya sea a través de WhatsApp, vamos a dejar también nuestros datos de contacto, podemos tener alguna sesión por Zoom, de la manera que ustedes requieran, y darles estos detalles, ¿no? Y también los guiamos a través de todo el proceso de aplicación y damos este soporte para que puedan estar practicando lo más pronto posible en Estados Unidos.
Bueno, chicos, ¿alguna otra pregunta? Ya para terminar. Bueno, si no hay ninguna, damos las gracias al equipo de ITA. Efraín, ¿pregunta?
Yeah, sí, tengo una pregunta. I got a question. Okay, like in my case, I'm a graduate from bachelor's degree in language teaching. But then I'm giving class, I'm teaching at the business faculty, and I finished an MBA.
Sure.
So what will be our possibilities? My possibilities, for example.
Sure, because you're teaching language for the business, right? So that you'd still be eligible because you're teaching in your content area. You know, it's at a higher level, there are opportunities, so I would encourage you to go ahead and apply if you're interested. Okay. It's always unique, right? Because every teacher that we recruit comes with an individual background, very unique to that individual. What your degree-wise, what your experience is, we're just looking for certain things that meet the requirements for the visa, and then we want to help match you up with the right areas where you can be certified to teach in the different states.
So not only teachers, it could be like a secondary school or high school.
It could be high school, right, exactly. We place teachers all the way from pre-K, pre-kindergarten, all the way to 12th grade in high school. Absolutely. All subject matter.
Listo. Bueno, ¿alguna otra pregunta? Ya para terminar. ¿No? Bueno, muchísimas gracias al equipo de Teach Alliance Group. Hay que darle un aplauso muy fuerte porque tenemos muchas actividades. Gracias a todos por venir. Hay que registrarse en el QR. Aquí está